wow. Please say that. Please say that.
What? You've probably touched my kids.
So did he touch your kids?
As far as I know, no. He didn't touch my kids.
So why did you say that?
Because I was most likely in a fit of anger, obviously.
Okay, so I'm literally shocked to be making this video right now, but do you guys remember this girl? The one who made a false allegation about her husband touching her children all over a Wi-Fi password.
I'm trying to leave, please.
Sleeping in the bed with me.
I'm trying
I didn't say that. What's the Wi-Fi password? What's the Wi-Fi password, Joe? What's the Wi-Fi password? What's the Wi-Fi password? You really want me to call Wi-Fi password? You really want me to call the cops for this?
Go for it. Go for it. What are they going to do? They're going to laugh at
You're
you.
an abusive narcissist.
I'm not doing anything.
Raped me.
I haven't done anything.
Yep, you've done everything.
I haven't done anything.
I've touched my kids too.
I haven't done anything.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Please say that. Please say that.
What? You've probably touched my kids, and I need to protect them.
Why would I believe a single word you have to say if you got upset with him and started saying that, like, he was touching children and shit? Like, you understand when you make baseless claims like that you lose accountability?
I understand that, and I would agree.
So did he touch your kids?
As far as I know, no. He didn't touch my kids.
So why did you say that?
Because I was most likely in a fit of anger, obviously.
I was checking my email today and I got contacted by somebody from NBC News in New York. She said that she's been working on an article about the Wi-Fi girl and her experience coming forward with domestic violence allegations and how the internet was mean to her. I was somebody that she cited as someone that was mean to her, because yes, I was. This is what the article is going to state. November 2022, Venice, this guy, was discharged from the Coast Guard for misconduct following an investigation into emotional, physical, and sexual abuse allegations made by his ex-wife. He denied these allegations and accused her of physical and emotional abuse. The Coast Guard investigated both sets of investigations and found in favor of the wife. They did not find Venice's allegations met their criteria. 5 days after his last day of active duty, he uploaded videos he took of White in late 2021. This video took off, which is her screaming about the Wi-Fi password and making a false allegation of sexual abuse. This video took off, was viewed millions of times, and the majority of viewers took his side. By 2023, some of the viral attention had died down. Then a video about the TikTok was posted by Roma Army. She has more than 1 million followers and more than 400 million views and touts the name Roma Army, a fan base with the world's largest men's rights organization. Sunderland is one of the dozens of creators who have engaged with the culture war around abuse allegations, arguing that men are some of the most serious victims of social discrimination. Her channel is a part of what's widely known as the manosphere. I am not the manosphere. I make fun of the manosphere. This community is pretty anti-manosphere. No, we don't think that the answer to life is Bugattis and the gym. And we don't think that if a woman has passed by 4 foreskins in her life that suddenly her value is depleted. We focus on more serious issues such as jail reform, police discrimination, the suicide rate, mental health, addiction, father's issues. White, which the Wi-Fi girl. This woman claims that the video her husband posted made her look crazy and that the reaction to them shows that people want victims to be meek, scaredy cats. Now, I have a huge problem with this for multiple reasons. I said in my previous video, and I still stand by the fact, that if it was just about the Wi-Fi password, I could totally believe by some of his vocabulary that he was participating in an abusive relationship. Anyone who says, as long as you don't piss me off, I won't sleep in the bed, like, that's a little manipulative. I agree that there is an ideology in society that to be a victim, you have to be like a meek scaredy cat. This was about her throwing around wild allegations. She said she wasn't the perfect victim and she became angry when she realized that what her husband was doing to her was abuse. Yeah, but her reaction to being angry was putting her children at risk. Do you parents not realize that had that sexual abuse allegation been taken seriously, the court can mandate that these children have to go to a doctor and get a physical exam, be violated by a doctor for an accusation that she later admitted to me she knew was not true. She reached out to Sunderland on Instagram, offered to share the Coast Guard documentation. Sunderland responded with a video call berating her during the call, which she recorded and uploaded to YouTube. Yes, I did berate her. Was I a little bit rude? Yeah, definitely. I could have had a more adult conversation. But when you bring your children into your messy divorce, there's no tolerance. What blows my mind is that if you're going to write an article on how women have a hard time coming forward about domestic violence, I think that it's wildly irresponsible to just completely negate the fact that she falsely accused him of touching her children. An accusation that she later recounted. Did she recount that publicly? No, she made that allegation, allowing people to think he did that. So while I was in the middle of editing this video, the author of the article called me and asked me a few questions. First of all, I just want to say she's super nice, super reasonable, and I found one thing very, very interesting. She originally wanted to touch and focus on the fact that this girl had made a false allegation about the father touching the children, had admitted that she only said that because she was angry, and her higher-up said, no, we're not going to focus on that because they didn't feel like it was a big enough deal, like it was enough of a mitigating factor to this situation. So I'm just going to put that right there. Enjoy the video. So this was my response. My issue that I maintained with her was her allegation of him inappropriately touching children, a statement that she later redacted. Domestic violence needs to be taken seriously. Men and women are fighting daily to be believed as we both face stigmas due to our gender. I firmly believe in protecting women, children, and men from not only abuse, but false allegations. As a woman who has survived extreme domestic violence, but also as a woman who runs the largest men's rights group in the world, I know firsthand how difficult it can be for female victims to come forward about abuse. I find it wildly irresponsible to maintain an opinion that my issue with her was that she came forward about abuse. I made it clear that he is not the perfect victim, that in his terminologies, it was clear he was participating in an abusive dynamic. Please do not be blind to the fact that making false allegations makes it difficult for not only you as a victim, but for other victims to be believed. The full picture here is that she is not a perfect victim, he is not a perfect victim. The children are the one that suffers in this instance, and the children were the ones that she threw in between their issue. When you make an extreme heinous allegation against anybody that has to do with them and children, there is no coming back from that. If she was experiencing any form of abuse, my heart goes out to her. If he was experiencing any form of abuse, my heart goes out to him. But my heart primarily goes out to those children whose mother put them in the direct line of fire because her need for immediate gratification was more important. This article is supposedly supposed to be out tomorrow, so I'm excited to see what it says. Hopefully she clarifies some things. Again, I don't think that there's anything wrong with this author. I think that this is a real reflection of society, our selective compassion. But I personally will be watching very closely to see if any of these corrections were mentioned or made. Thank you.
Never did fumble. Derrick Henry with the ball running through. All of y'all here to juke. That my dog celebrating. Thank the Lord. I've been down. I had my flaws doing me. Now praise to God. Going big gorilla on y'all. Out my cage. Just get this on.